Hello everyone, welcome back to Hacking with Ken. So basically, today we are going to be talking about Docker into hacking. Now, mostly hackers now use Docker to perform their tasks, and I'm going to show you how. Because Docker is a lightweight and you don't need to install many of the stuff that you would do, in the past. So they just run Docker and perform their task. Now, to do that, we are going to be going on hub.docker.com, and I know my English is a lot messed up, but I still tried. So sorry about that. So basically, we are in hub.docker.com. Now, first of all, I will not sign up on Docker. That is my auth. I will not sign up, never. So basically, let's say there's a tool in Kali Linux that is normally used for controlling, making payloads and everything. It's called the MSF console, or in general, it's called the Metasploit framework. Now, Metasploit framework comes with three things: MSF console, MSF Venom, and Armitage. So basically, the Metasploit framework is in the Docker, and you don't need to install Metasploit framework just whole. You can just use Docker image. And the main thing is that you don't even need PowerOS or Kali Linux to run that. You can just use Docker and run that. So Metasploit, let's search that, see if we can find anything related to Metasploit. So basically, Metasploit framework is all in this Docker image. Now, I want to warn you about something. Some Docker images, not this one, contains viruses and payloads. Make sure you download that image that has latest downloads, it's latest updated, it has most downloads, is latest updated, and if it's verified, then it's really good. So this is all the Metasploit framework that you need. You just need to Metasploit can do all sort of things. You can try MSF console, and after that you'll probably start by reading Metasploit Unleashed. Okay, all you need to do is just pull this, and then you are good to go. And then you can run it. It's not difficult. You can always ask Bard or GPT to run these Docker images for you. They will give you the command. Why work hard when you can work smart? For real. Some people are gonna hate me for saying this, but let's get real, guys. None of us have enough time to read the documentations on the internet. We can just go over to GPT and Bard, and we can do all that. Now, after Metasploit framework, let's say I want something for cybersecurity. Let's say to secure my network. What I can do is, why can't I install a theme? Well, there is a theme which comes in like gigabytes if you download the ISO image. But what if I can just download a Docker image and I can deploy that theme anywhere I want? There is a theme called the Wazoo. Wazoo is pretty good theme, is one of the best themes I've ever seen, to be honest. And this is the Wazoo agent in the Docker with the Elasticsearch 2, I guess. Okay, it's not with the Elasticsearch, but we can always pull the Elasticsearch 2. So it's really, really fun. Look at the Docker image of Wazoo agent. The whole theme in one Docker. Can you believe it? And it's the sponsored. So let's go over here. This is also the Wazoo hits, or I don't know what hits mean, to be honest. Okay, so maybe it's something for Wazoo. Okay, it's with Elasticsearch and Kibana. So basically, you can also download that. Make sure there are a lot of containers with same name available. Just make sure you're downloading the right one. Just read the description. Documentation is available. You can read that. Or also, some tools and websites give you official Docker image link, so you can just go from the link there. Also, Wazoo have proper documentation on how to install it in Docker. So basically, the next thing we are going to search is Kali Linux. Okay, you probably been blowing out. You probably will blown out by this. The Kali image is in the Docker, and it has all the tools that you need. To run in the terminal, of course. You can get all the tools. Okay, please note there are no tools by default. instead either do, you can type these commands and you can pull all the tools in your Kali Docker if you want. And if you want to make it persistent, if you want your Kali tools to be saved and progress to be saved, you can also make it persistent. Just go ahead and ask Bard or GPT to how to make this persistent. They will give you some commands, but let me give you an overview. You have to make a directory where you can save their configuration files. So there is a whole operating system in your fingertips on Docker. So let's say I'm using another Linux version. Let's say I'm using Big Linux, or let's say I'm using Ubuntu, Manjaro, or what we call it, the Mint. So I don't have the hacking tools there. So what I can do, I can pull up the Docker Kali and I can use all the tools I want. They are accessible and I can give them anything and I can access them. I can do web scanning and everything. So yeah, some of the tools won't be able to run some GUI stuff like that, but still, it's something. So now let's go over to cybersecurity again. What we can do? Well, there is one big thing that is available here that I've been saying, and you will say that if Wazoo is not the best thing in Docker, then what is? Snort. Snort is the one of the best ideas to ever exist, for real. And this Snort is the IDS, and the IDS means it's intrusion detection system. Now this is Snort. It has less polls, but sure, like if you want to use that, you can use that. But let's go over here. It is sponsored Docker image. Let's go over here to Snort for Kubernetes. But still, Snort is available in Docker, or you can also visit its original website and view the Docker documentation, or you can ask GPT or Snort to tell you the commands to how to install full IDS Snort in your Docker. So let's say now you can install SIEM, you can install IDS, you can install an whole operating system, you can install full framework on your Kali Linux. Let's say you want to hack someone Wi-Fi and you don't have the right operating system. You don't have Kali Linux, you don't have ParrotOS. Well, Airgidon in Docker got your back, my friend. Well, here it is. Here is Airgidon with the official Docker image, and you can just pull that and start your work here. So why download the Airgidon, why git clone it and then install dependencies, and then it's always messed up in dependencies. So why not just pull up Docker image and perform your task? So, and let's say maybe some of you have tried this. Maybe some of you downloaded DVWA, or Damn Vulnerable Web Application, for your web testing, and some of you did this work like how can I say this? Some of you may configure databases or PHP, and some of you may run exam or whatever. But bro, you just did a lot of work for nothing, for real. DVWA, sorry if you feel any noise. DVWA is available in the whole Docker container, and you don't even need to download the whole website of the Git repository. You can just download a Docker image and you can just run it, and well, you'll be glad to know that it's really easy to use and you can just run it and by this command, and then well, it's really, really great. The whole Damn Vulnerable Web Application in a Docker for your testing, and you can deploy it anywhere. The best thing about these Docker images, they don't need a specific environment to run. Okay, you can pull up any Linux distro. Let's say I'm in Ubuntu Mint. I just need docker.io installed on my system. I can pull these images and I can run them. I don't need any special operating system to run these Docker images. I don't need Kali to run Airgidon Docker. I can run Airgidon Docker on any operating system I want. So this is literally one of the best thing about Docker. You can run these images in any operating systems. So this is the fun of Docker, and I will see you guys in the next video.